Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today we are breaking down Pro Bowl alternate Josh Allen. Let's get it. Welcome to the QB School. Josh Allen getting it done. Pro Bowl alternate style. My goodness, whatever it takes. Love the performance. Big plays all over the place. Really some ridiculous throws. But I love the entire plan. A number of quarterback designed runs, whether it's getting to the edge here, whether it's draw later. But this is a massive play on 3rd and 3. When you can run the ball with a quarterback, it just creates such a numbers advantage. So right here, to me, this is a true fake, where this is not like a bash where we're reading Juke down here with the red sleeves at the bottom. We're pulling this thing, and whether you block this stretch, pin and pull, to me almost falls into like a little bit of a hybrid with how they end up blocking it. But when you can capture the edge on these types of outside run games, so first of all, the action here. We're coming across here, and in a many run game world, you will read this cat, and that's true bash right there. To me, this is just a fake. So we're faking in the backfield, and then we're capturing the edge here with this pin. And then depending on how you want to structure this interior part of the line, we're pulling here. So we're pinning down. We're pulling big on little guy. We're then going to be able to get this reach. We're then pulling for whoever shows up first. And we're also getting the reach here. We're scooping the backside. We're reaching or we're arcing out here. And then this, again, the action from the backfield will hold Juke on the backside. And when you get a hat on a hat to the front side, theoretically you get a hat on a hat. We still can't hold up quite as well as we would like at the pin. You can see the tight end right there get spun off. But Hightower still can't make the play. Now, that's not the greatest effort in the world by any means, but that's a big dude coming downhill, 3rd and 3, fall forward, get a first down. So he just presents such a weapon in the design run game. And they get to it a bunch of different ways. Next one here, just an absolute dime on an over. They caught him in a couple middle field closed man situations and felt like they just dialed them up with, they're going to get the overs from Josh Allen, Debo and company. Right here, 88 coming across, just running away from a linebacker. But, normally, and we'll watch this from the press box, watch Josh Allen's eyes here. He goes left to right, back to left. Now, I would say normally that will get you in a lot of trouble, and you usually don't have time enough to do that. But if you do have time, and you've got the arm strength to be able to do it, you got really no chance to hold up in man coverage. I think of this play as kind of a Chiefs special. I'm not sure if they necessarily came up with it, but for me, it's, Kelsey here, Hill here, seen Tony Romo draw it up 8 billion times. But this little whip or arrow is usually 1. This over is then 2, and then you've got something working back here going in the same direction. I think it's an in and a wheel here for these guys. So you just read this thing left to right normally, but rarely will you see a quarterback go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way across the field, dime. Now I'm not saying he goes all the way through that type of progression, but he definitely goes left to right to left. And, to have the pass protection to do it, but also have the arm strength and just the poise in the pocket. Again, if it wasn't, you make the argument the whip is open down here at the bottom of the screen. You can make the argument that the over's open immediately. The in's open. Everybody's open. The over's the best one, though. And when you got it going and you're throwing touchdowns on throwaways, good things are going to happen. Left, no. Right, no. Footwork-wise here, just how he's able to stay in his base. He a little unnecessary movement, but as you look to the right, you can guess you're going to drift to the right. But the decision to let it go, throw it, the quick twitch arm, just so much to love. Obviously, the arm, be able to throw some of these cats open. And can we just respect the Rogers chicken look here? I know these are heaters, but, what is that? Hickory? It's the wood that makes it good. Love this design here. Little bash GT. Again, I put these on here because, you'll watch this in the game and be like, Josh Allen didn't do anything here. It's because he has the capacity to run. This is bash GT. This is what I would consider a college football staple. But because you have Josh Allen who can run it as a quarterback, design quarterback run, you then are able to run these types of plays and capture the edge. Nobody makes a block here. The back in the backfield on the left, we got one block, an arc block, and we get 9 yards without getting touched. The wide receivers just run off down here. And what we're reading here, this is a bash. So we are reading Judon right here. We are arcing 26. Go get the first apex linebacker. Going this way. This is bash, right? Bash. Bash equals back. Guess it. Away. See that? Kind of. Bash. Back away. Now, if Judon was to tackle this guy, tackle 19, then we would keep it and we would be running GT counter back the other way. What is GT counter? It's gap down backer. There's no one here. We get an opportunity for a double team to technically 8, but if nobody shows up, you just stay on the double team. We then are kicking out right here, and we are wrapping up to that play side inside linebacker. When we have this condensed split here with the pseudo tight end, you can just arc this thing. You foe him, go out there and block. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty. I mean, there's winners everywhere. But the reason you can do this is because of Josh Allen. There's not very many dudes in the league that are running bash GT. There just aren't. And you could see if you kept that and followed the wrapper, followed the left tackle, it's going to be a big hit. It's going to be a nice run. But just hand it off. Make them tackle the bash. Next one here, another great design. We're going to hit the slot down here in the bottom of the screen on what I call an over corner. I think of this as an old school Andy Reid special here. We're going to fake the over. We're going to come out to the corner. And this route is spectacular because of the detail here. Watch his eyes. So he'll be coming from our left to right, off the screen, onto the screen. Really slow it down. When you sell this over, you got to get your eyes back. So just right there, you see 19 come on the screen, eyes back. That sells 41. Always running the over, and then I'll see you later. And most offenses will tell you, don't even shatter your feet like 19 does here. Just run out of that thing flat. But the eyes really sell it. Now, it's by no means a perfect throw, but it's an outstanding design. And it's not an easy throw. You can see his feet, how he's lined up, got to flick it over there, someone right at him. Who knows what's going on here with the defensive end on the right for the Patriots. I'm trying to get into like a fake holding call. Maybe a little push in the back. Maybe. Really nice. Beautiful route. Again, it's his capacity, Josh Allen's capacity, to rip some of these balls with, he does a good job getting into his base quickly. Like, boom, all his cleats in the ground. Rip it off angle. Someone right in his feet. And it comes out quick. Just a beautiful job being able to design it, execute it at a really high level. Right here, little long trap pass. Again, Gronk, Brady, Manning are all grinning on this one. Love how much fun these guys are having right here too. But all this is here is we're going to watch 8. He's going to come into the long trap. Back does a nice job blocking it. Let it rip, replace him. It's a great staple to attack the middle of the field. So how they get here, we'll talk about the pass pro, because the pass pro is really the most important part of this play, from my opinion. We're running up here on this short little glance, bang 8, whatever. But because of the play action, get these guys coming downhill, whether this is 0 or some sort of red zone specialty coverage, get these linebackers coming downhill. Keep that outstanding base, and that's a handoff right on his numbers, on the body, on the break. Look at the footwork. All his cleats in the ground, outstanding, powerful base. Rip that thing. Beautiful. Makes him pay all day. So pass pro here. I know I've talked about this pass pro a number of times, but really you're living on the edge, and there's some great video somewhere of Bill Belichick talking about this, but this is long trap pass protection. So we're coming across here. We're faking this way. Technically, your B gap is on the backside is vulnerable. So we're out here, and technically everybody here is gap down, gap down, and then the guard is coming off the edge. First thing off the edge, the back usually has the second thing. That's not exactly how it works out this rep. But for instance, if Hightower were to hit this thing, we would be in serious trouble. You either have to check out of it or have to have the back clued in to basically go 1 to 2, which is really hard. But they get fortunate right here. You hit them with the pressure. This is really a premium look for the offense, and they're blocked up. So you can see the pulling guard come all the way across. You block up on the backer, and they fall in to Hightower coming across. I'm guessing on the fake. That doesn't look necessarily to me like a true pressure, but it just leaves a massive void in the middle of the field, and you got it. But if Hightower were to hit that B gap on the backside on our left, you're in trouble. And so usually this play is tethered to a check. But man, that's a beautiful throw. I mean, that's a small window, right? And that's decent coverage. Look when he lets this thing go. I mean, he's hip to hip. He's on his shoulder. That's anticipation. That is capital A for the touchdown. On the body, on the break, hand it to him. Rogers chicken. Next one here. A couple really nice throws. This time, again, we catch him in double post with a crosser. You can see this, what for most people is an alert when you get index fingers to the ear hole. Middle field closed, man, get into the man beaters. Double post at the bottom. Over. Great catch, but simply just a silly, this kind of looks to me like my man JP is working homeboy in Dana Park in the middle of March, as far as like movement, off platform, rip it across your body. You'll never do that except right there. I mean, it's just beautiful. It really is, spoils people to see this type of stuff. I just love how they're operating here as far as being able to get into perfect call. So we're come up here, to me, this is, whether you call it double post, really it's kind of like 2 overs. So over here with the post here, and then we're running that opposite over from the other side, running underneath everything. Usually something in the flat out here. So the intent of this thing is really right here. That doesn't mean that everybody can't get the balls for certain looks, but a great job being able to dial this thing up. And again, having the time to be able to execute it also. Just a thing of beauty. Again, really nice concept, design, pass protection, footwork, poise in the pocket, and then just ridiculous arm strength to be moving to your left, ripping it over to your right. And it's a great catch too. It really is. But when it's going your way, it's going your way. You just look at the 2 hands on the ball, subtle little pocket movement, rip it. My goodness. Just ridiculous. Love it. We should see if we can see my man Fitzmagic in there somewhere. Anybody? Like, where's Waldo? Next one here, another one where you're just like, this is outstanding. Pump to the left, come back, rip it downfield to the right. Now, I just had a pump video come out recently, and this is one of those ones where you almost do like in summer 7-on-7. Let's just pump it the opposite way, and then I'll come back and rip it because we got a beat on the corner who gets lazy and shuts it down when he sees action the other way. I mean, you just don't see this very often. There is nothing to pump up top. It's curl flat. It's 7-stop flat. What's he pumping? See him pump right here? There's nothing to pump. What all that pump does is make the corner down here at the bottom of the screen, 27, shut down his feet. He thinks the ball's coming out. They're running, essentially curl, a sit, and 7-stop or reverse curl. And because you pump away, you rip this thing down the sideline. You just don't see it. I mean, it's like a unicorn move. Pump, yeah, I'll just pump to the left, come back and rip it down the line. And I love the trajectory of it too. It's not a, Russell Wilson moon ball. That thing is up and down, and not everybody has that club in the bag either. Don't get it twisted. Just thing of beauty. Next one here. I mean, this is just, I watched this live on the broadcast, and I didn't think that the broadcast crew did a good enough job of talking about it. This is murdering someone on the field. That juke move, I know the field is not the greatest conditions, whatever, it's cold. First of all, let's go back to the move. Okay, so he sets him outside, inside, gets him. So, I mean, he literally buckles his knees. Just not really an athlete. You get it. But right here, this part, which I didn't see on the broadcast, is the best part. He comes in there and tries to pick him up like a ghost. The snort. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So he does him dirty, and then he picks him up. Oh my God. Look at his teammates behind him, pointing at the guy. I mean, oh my God. I love it so much. Just ridiculous. So shift, short motion, naked, all great, whatever. This is silly. I mean, in the wherewithal to get down, he goes to pick him up. So the shift, then we get into the fly motion. So a lot of horizontal misdirection. You're going to get the boot, the pulling guard. But then, I mean, again, we've talked about the design runs. These aren't even technically design runs, more pocket movements. But, I mean, one more time now. I'm sorry. When you fake pick someone up after you did this to them and you play quarterback, you are having yourself a day. My goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen it before. I love it so much. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, man. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you are interested in even more quarterback school content, got a bunch of free stuff available in the video description link. Got a quarterback school tool, have a free quick game course if you're interested in taking your game to the next level. Check out those free links. And then if you're looking for even more quarterback school content, hop over to the quarterback school Patreon community, really trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So hopefully some jokes, a little bit of humor, lots of details, pass protection, concepts, offensive architecture, play calling, all of that stuff. We talk about it every single week. Well, just about every single week, 3 to 4 times a month over there at the quarterback school Patreon community. And then if for the absolute premium content, check out the quarterback school courses. Have a number of different courses, how to beat every coverage, RPOs, tempos, pass protection, lots of stuff. And then a massive one is coming in the pipeline, an entire offense, the JTO. So pretty excited to share that coming soon. As always, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it. Let's keep this one going. Next one here I put on here, this is just bunch pin and pull, or I'm going to call it pin and pull. And really what I want you to watch is number 1. So he is playing the outside receiver of the bunch. So he secures the edge, then he comes off and blocks Hightower, inside linebacker, blocks him, then boxes him out, a little hit by, and then you telling me that this is not important, blocking on the edge, having a full team experience. Watch number 1 and the wide receivers coach. I'm guessing this is the wide receivers coach up top. I'm telling you, I'm going to bet a lot of money that's the wide receivers coach. Jacked up. Yeah, hell yes. I mean, this team is having a day. I just love to see that. Just those little kind of details. That's a big time block. You double team, secure the edge. Then you're going to come off that edge and block a middle linebacker. You're a wide receiver. And then you're going to hold the block, secure the alley. My God. I mean, just world-class execution. And I love that you can capture it here right on the left edge of the screen. Edge, block. I mean, it's not a thump by any means, but it gets the job done. My goodness. Awesome. Next touchdown here. This is just ridiculous throw. This is just throwing someone open. You go from full right to left all the way across the field. So 1 at the bottom of the screen, no. The seam, no. Yes, all the way out to the outside, go on the other side. I mean, people just don't believe that you can make that throw. There aren't very many humans that can make this throw. So again, play fake, no to our left, no to the seam, yes outside. Dime, sort of. Good enough. But the corner's just not used to seeing it. Like, you don't believe that throw is going to be made that time down the field. So again, whatever the read is, and who knows what they're trying to do down here, work a one-on-one, get a little hinge at the bottom. Maybe you're trying to work the seam for sure. Once that safety commits to the seam, you know you've got that outside one-on-one. The corner just doesn't believe it. Whether this is, quarter, quarter, half, or palms, whatever that technique is the corner's playing up top, he's not trying to stay over the top of that number one vertical for sure. He just out-throws the coverage there. It gets stretched vertically because of the time, and then he's got the capacity to make that throw. Just a special quarterback skill set. And again, great pass protection. That is a downfield dime. 50 yards in the air probably from the pocket. Next one here, again, just a beautifully designed play. Go from a 3x1 bunch to a 2x2, one back power glance RPO. It's got a lot of beautiful elements here as far as design, offensive architecture. So see the motion here. You get the split that you want up top with the glance. We get the horizontal stretch and the vertical stretch. The thing I think the most impressive for Josh Allen here is he's got to hold it for a tick. You can right there you'd want to throw it, but he holds it, and that like half pump doesn't make the throw easier by any means, but it confirms what he's seeing. Good enough throw to get it locked in. So what am I talking about? Pure design here. And then this is a play that's been around forever. Various iterations of it. So we're going to motion from 3x1 bunch to 2x2. So we're coming across here, and we're going to run some sort of screen up top, whether it's flat, bubble, whatever. We're going to get the glance here for the touchdown with the leverage we want right there, and we're going to read the near safety. If he inserts into the power, into the run, then we've got that glance. So we've got the horizontal stretch with the screen up top. We've got the vertical stretch with the glance, and we've got the run element of the RPO. This is it. This is max velocity offensive football. With the shift, with the motion. Beautiful. Love to see it. And again, the ball handling here, the fact that it's not perfectly crystal clear. There's a little bit of gray here. See the linebacker Phil trying to take on the guard. 23 inserts right there. We got him. Again, he's moving a little bit to his left, throwing a glance to the right. Not bad coverage. Certainly would love to make the tackle if he's going to catch it there, but man, just a beautifully designed play, great execution. Again, just keeps his base the entire time. You see how he's in the RPO footwork there. He can hand it off there, or he could throw it with that type of footwork. Perfect RPO footwork. Slide a little bit, turn two. My goodness. Have yourself a day. All day. Next one here, this is absolutely stupid. Simply ridiculous. When I was watching it from the wide, I was like, why did he even throw that? First of all, it's a dart. it's hilarious. But then watching it from the back, you can see why he throws it. He throws it because the defender has his back turned. 27 has his back turned right there, only covering the width of his shoulders. Rarely, you can see he goes to throw it right there. He's separating. 27's got his back turned. He lets it go. 27 turns. Uh-oh. But it's a dime. I mean, that is a absolute seed. Get the hell out of here. Don't come back to the huddle. You get tackled inside the one. But my goodness. I mean, he could run it for an easy 10. Or you could just make that throw. Feeling it. Heat check. My goodness. Feels like I'm back in the day, NBA jams. Again, the only thing you can be slightly critical of is that offhand, not on your core, but I mean, come on, who cares? Just ridiculous throw. Just an absolute laser beam. Just simply ridiculous. Unfair. Last one here. Love it. Get the big man a touchdown. Again, play fake, wide open, nice easy flick. Great design, great execution, great call. That's no Lambeau leap either. That's a little mini wall. But still, big man, go get it. Have some fun with it. Again, all gas. Love it. Just what a special day offensively. the execution, the different types of throws, a little bit of luck, but my goodness, fun to watch, really contagious joy there with the offense. So that is a wrap. Josh Allen playing out of his mind. So fun to see the continued improvement, what they're doing offensively too. Obviously, it helps when it clicks on all cylinders and you're throwing touchdown passes on throwaways and things like that. But really, some unbelievable throws, some great play design, offensive architecture, some structure, all of that stuff. Fired up to share it. Let me know what you thought of the video. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.